beautiful Aquarius-pisces, wolf souls, welcome in. Let's dive into your May 2026. Yes, it's not just another month. This is where everything that you went through in April starts to mean something. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. My Aquarius-pisces, May is the month where your life stops falling apart. And I'm hearing starts to fall. Everything starts falling into place. I'm going to be real with you because before the alignment comes, there might just be one final layer of truth that you cannot avoid. Because this month exposes, it transforms, and then rebirths you differently. So today we're diving into the emotional purge that starts in the beginning of May. All right, by the time you got this, it would have happened. The grounded new beginnings, that's in mid-month, and the sudden shifts that change your direction completely. And we will definitely be diving into occultic cross spread to see how exactly this plays out for you. Now, as you know, we've had the full moon in Scorpio, the release. We did a full moon Scorpio reading. Check it out if you haven't yet. The full moon is not light energy, it's emotional truth. Aquarius and Pisces cusp, this hits your shadow, your attachments, the things you've been holding onto under the surface. This is where something is revealed or released. It could be a person, it could be a pattern, or it could be an emotional tie that still had power over you. Yes, and then we also do have Mercury conjunct Chiron the same day. Words cut deep, but they also heal. Something said or realized changes how you see everything. Now, the 3rd to the 6th, truth, pressure, Pluto retrograde. Now, Mercury enters Taurus, the 3rd. Your mind might just slow down a little bit. You start thinking clearly. But then Mars squares Jupiter, the 5th. And Mercury squares Pluto, the 5th. Here, this day is going to be tension. This is tension. So you might feel overwhelmed on this day. Something might just trigger you, or you might trigger someone else. Maybe you just really going to be pushed to react. Okay, you feel pushed to react. And this is not random because the next day, on the 6th of May, we have Pluto goes retrograde in Aquarius. And this is your energy. This is a deep internal transformation. This is where you start thinking or start asking yourself, is this the life I'm living actually? Is the life that I'm actually living aligned with who I am now? And hey, if the answer is no, things really begin to shift from the inside out. Hey? Now, the 11th to the 16th, we have alignment, healing, new roots. Now, the energy does start to soften because we do have the Sun that sextiles Jupiter the 11th. Mercury sextiles Jupiter the 13th. Opportunities, expansion, support. Things really start opening up for you again. And then we have Mars conjunct Chiron, Taurus new moon on the 16th, which is going to be very powerful. Healing something through action and at the same time planting a new foundation. This could be for you, my Aquarius Pisces. This is maybe something to do with your stability, your self-worth, or just building something real in your life, not just dreaming anymore, but creating. Now, the 17th to the 22nd, fast movement happening, the shift, all right? This part is where things really move quickly. So a lot of things happening in Gemini. All right, we know that Uranus is in Gemini. So also this day on the 17th, Mercury enters Gemini. Mercury then conjuncts Uranus the 18th. And Venus then enters Cancer the 19th. Unexpected messages, sudden ideas, emotional openings in love. And then the Sun will conjunct Uranus the 22nd. This is going to be like a whole timeline shift moment. Something can just change in an instant. Maybe it'll be a decision, a realization, or maybe an opportunity. This is where your path can literally pivot. Now, the 22nd to the 29th, heart versus illusions happening here. This is where we go deeper emotionally again. Venus squares Neptune the 22nd. just be careful on this day here or around this time period. Not everything is as it seems. This is where you will just need to trust your intuition and not fantasy. And then Venus square Saturn, something about a reality check in love, money, emotional commitments. This is where maybe you're just being asked to is this real or am I forcing it? Finally, as you know, you should by now know all over social media, 2 moons in the month of May. So we're ending the month off with the Sagittarius full moon, truth and expansion. Ending the month off with clarity, truth, perspective, direction. Something will become clear, and maybe you might just be ready to move forward, lighter, wiser, and more aligned. May is your reconstruction month. You are releasing emotional weight, shifting your mindset, building something stable, and stepping in a new direction. This is not small change. This is life realignment. So beautiful souls, again, thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for leaving a comment. Perhaps where you're watching from, what time you're watching, or perhaps you can just leave a wolf emoji or perhaps a blue heart. So let's have a look here at the Cultic's cross, spirit angels, ancestors, all of the highest light and good. Please come through for our Aquarius-Pisces cusps. You know, sometimes I say crisps and cusps, and sometimes it comes out weird, right? Sometimes the words just don't come out right my mouth. But anyways, so let's have a look at what truths have you been avoiding, what you cannot ignore anymore, what are you ready to build now, and now that, especially now that maybe you have let go of the past, we're going to look at what is this transformation really is, what's leaving your life for good, and what is now coming in. Take a deep breath, beautiful souls, ground into the energy if you feel called to, no pressure. And let's have a look at what is your soul need to know for the month of May. Spirit angels, one more shuffle please with the cards from the top, the core energy, all the way to the outcome. 5 of Wands in your core. There is tension. Something about inner conflict. It could be external noises, competing energies. Yeah, this is the soul weather as you enter May. So maybe too many options, it could feel like. Maybe too many directions. Or it could be even people around you not fully aligned. But this isn't here to throw you off. I'm hearing this is happening because you're outgrowing your current environment. You know, we again going back to the Scorpio full moon at the start of the month. Things that maybe were hidden start surfacing now. This is maybe some sort of friction before alignment. Let's have a look at your crossing position. Ace of Swords. Mountains could be significant. This is your activation point. Truth, clarity, breakthrough, communication. Okay, something is going to become crystal clear this month. And you're not going to be able to unsee it. Yeah, because we also on the 1st, with that full moon in Scorpio, we have also Mercury conjunct Chiron. And a few days later, we have Mercury square Pluto. Conversations might just hit really deep. Realizations hit fast. And maybe this might just not feel very comfortable, but I'm hearing very necessary, because the truth is, it sets you free. Perhaps the mountain climb has really been steep regarding this energy. It's been really challenging. All right. This is your root, the Emperor, underneath everything, okay? This is your soul that has been learning structure, power, control. You, my beautiful soul, Aquarius-Pisces, you're stepping into some sort of leadership, boundaries, and stability. This is about taking authority over your own life. And perhaps with Pluto going retrograde in Aquarius this month, it might just be hit you deep where you're not just changing your life, you're changing who is in control of it. Let's have a look at your past energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is what is fading. Perhaps you've been overworking. Maybe you've been over fixing something. Maybe you've been over investing. You gave your energy to something. Maybe it was a person. It could have been a situation. Maybe it's a path. And now you come to a point where you're realizing, I don't need to keep proving myself. This chapter is closed, done, and dusted. Your conscious focus, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is your focus right now is on balance, that equal give and take, that fairness. Like this is asking you, is this equal? All right. And perhaps you're also asking, am I getting back what I'm giving? And this could perfectly align with that Taurus energy that's happening this month, that you want something that feels stable and neutral and it's not one-sided. Let's have a look at the near future. We have the Seven of Cups. This is where things will open up for you. Perhaps a lot of options will open up for you. Choices, a whole lot of possibilities in the future. But it could also be some sort of confusion. So maybe there's going to be multiple paths that are opening up for you. Multiple people. Maybe you're not going to know which direction to go in or what to choose. Maybe you don't know, with all that Gemini and Uranus energy that's happening mid-May, you might just maybe things just come up very fast and quick and you might just feel very overwhelmed. I'm hearing the guidance here is not to choose from a place of illusion, but choosing from a place of clarity. So let's have a look at where you are, your inner, your outer world. Let's have a first look at you. You are the Chariot. Okay, this is powerful. Perhaps some of you are moving. Okay. This is really powerful. You taking control, you moving forward. Maybe it's not going to be perfect, not without emotion. Yeah, not perfectly, not without emotion, but definitely some sort of determination. You're not going to stay stuck anymore. You don't want to stay stuck anymore in the month of May. This does align also with that Mars energy that's shifting into Taurus, I feel. You're going to become more grounded in your direction. Hey, perhaps some of you are literally moving. White horses could be significant. Maybe something about a car could be significant. It's like you getting behind the wheel of the car and you just going. All right, but you've made a decision. You're not staying stuck in this conflict nonsense that comes in. All right, let's have a look at the external. The love is interesting. This is now big. So the environment is bringing in something about choices in love, or it could be aligned connections, or it could be maybe something around decisions around relationships. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could also be alignment. The people around you may be just reflecting on who you're becoming and what do you truly value now. Let's have a look at your hopes and fears. The Hangman. Pisces energy coming through here. This is deep emotional energy I'm feeling. You want clarity, you want movement, but a part of you maybe are feeling a bit stuck, waiting, or maybe sacrificing too much. Yeah, this does tie to the Neptune influences in May. Maybe not everything is clear right away, but maybe with a slight pause, and hey, that pause won't be punishment, it's just going to be perspective. But either way, you're still moving forward, all right? But at some stages, you might just have to pause. Maybe you fear getting stuck, all right? Let's have a look at your outcome, the Page of Swords. This is your outcome, beautiful. This is new awareness, new ideas, new communication, curiosity. It could also be, perhaps you're going to step into a phase where you will just start seeing things differently. She looks quite angry here. this could even be, I mean, if we're looking at this card, you could just be speaking your truth. Yeah, you definitely get to move with curiosity and not fear. Maybe something is gonna like really cheese you off, and you're just gonna get behind the wheel and go speak your truth. This could also be something about messages will be coming in, maybe some sort of new conversations, maybe new mental clarity about your path. This is the I'm hearing a beginning of a new mindset. Maybe this could be somebody else that could be watching you, and they're not very impressed how you're moving forward. Put the energy where it fits, beautiful souls. All right, so overall, my Aquarius Pisces, yeah, 9 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. You are tired, you're very guarded in general, but you have the how can I say, the resilience to keep moving forward, beautiful souls. Let's have a look here. Before we dive into this here, options really could confuse you, like all over the place. May is also not about, what I'm getting, May is not about staying comfortable. It's about facing truths, choosing balance, stepping in your power, and just moving forward with clarity, because I think you are going to leave some sort of confusion, and you are going to step into self-led direction. You're going to make a choice. You're going to definitely gain clarity, make a choice with the options that are being put down before you, move forward and align with the right people. You might just have to pause and look at perspectives, but you will definitely gain some sort of a clarity. Okay, thank you for hitting that like button, and let's get a final card out here. Spirit, angels, ancestors, all the highest light of good. Please, one card here for our Pisces, Aquarius for the month. Desire lives in me. All right, so you can sit with this card, beautiful soul. What it says here is, I feel life on my skin. Inner signals, a conscious or intuitive slowing down, rhythm, attention, and subtle sensing. Questions you can sit with, you can write them down, pause this video, answer these questions in your own time, just to help you through this. What does my dance with life through touch look like? When do I feel the world touching me? What tactical moments awaken my sensitivity? So, beautiful souls, that is what I have for you. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for leaving a comment if it's just an emoji. And thank you for being subscribers here. Thank you for your support. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'll definitely check you around in the next one.